the Rays 5-1. The Twins allowed 5 hits in the game as they were able to get the walk-off victory against the Tigers 3-1. Matt Shoemaker grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, leading the Angels to the victory over the Red Sox 2-0. The Mariners cracked 16 hits on the day as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 7-1. A.J. Reed grabbed 3 runs driven in as Houston bested the Blue Jays 3-2. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.
Now from the north shore of the Allegheny River, there's a beautiful look at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the San Francisco Giants and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Chad Cole gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, his batting average against this year is under 250. He's really had his way with the offense.
Leadoff man Hunter Pence is ready to step in, and we are just about set for baseball.
For San Francisco, right fielder.
We'll jump ahead now to the bottom of inning number 1. Madison Bumgarner starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, you take a look right here. Right-handed hitters are hitting less than 250 against him. He's had his way with him.
Starling Marte comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Starling Marte.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Eric Karros, this Giant ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
After the loss in the opener of the series, that was a much-needed win yesterday. So they can look to win this series and take 2 out of 3 if they can just take care of business here.
And he's retired here, 1 away. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
You know, when you watch these guys play it, you feel like they're on base all day long. They lead the league in OBP, and they just keep putting guys on base. If they continue to do that, they're going to be tough to stop, especially when they get big hits with runners in scoring position.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. And that can really upset the hitters sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Yeah, and that's always such a tough pitch to gauge as an outfielder. It's that line drive that's hit right at you because it takes you a split second longer to judge the depth perception of the ball because you don't have a great angle on it. And he couldn't track this one down very well, and it gets all the way to the wall for 2 bases.
Bumgarner sets. Here comes the first pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Good break to that one, and he's in command, 0-2.
2 good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees. And you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the San Francisco Giants. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, one of the most entertaining players to watch in the outfield we'll have an opportunity to see in this one. Hunter Hence. Well, he doesn't always look smooth, kind of gangly, sometimes even awkward, but he gets the job done and comes up with some fantastic plays.
Jung Ho Kang is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Oh, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
And sometimes if you don't get to a guy like this early, and you're never going to get to him. So you don't want to let this chance pass you by.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're off to the second. Jarrett Parker will stand in here. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
Time to join this one now in the bottom of inning number 5.
Now
Francisco Cervelli is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Pence, but he won't get there. It falls in. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
The left fielder,
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his second hit of the ball game, and this one goes for extra bases. You can see that confidence is slowly starting to come back at the plate.
Here's Gregory Polanco as he'll take a look at ball 1.
Kind of interesting to see how he's going to respond to this situation that he's worked himself into.
Yeah, he hasn't found himself in too many tough spots, but he's got one now.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And one of the things he's been real effective at so far is coming right after guys. But now he's looking like he doesn't really want to challenge here.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Fooled by the speed and location of that one. It's 2-2. Where do you think they go from here?
I maybe double up and go back to another off-speed pitch. He didn't handle that one all too well.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And not in time as the second run scores.
Now batting,
David Freese will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
David Freese.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
And like most right-handed power guys, he's a good high ball hitter, so So that's where you're going to want to keep that fastball going forward.
No, that's down.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline to Crawford for 1. And that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play.
Boy, not an easy play out there by any stretch. He's got to hit the shortstop in stride while avoiding that runner who's directly in his path. But he's able to put a good throw right on the bag, and they wind up turning the double play.
Here's Starling Marte. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
And I think he really needed that double play ball just to settle him down a little bit. He'd already given up 2 in the inning, and he didn't want to see this thing get out of hand.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Span is under it. And the inning is over. Jared Hughes will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. Brandon Crawford steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. We'll move forward in this one and rejoin the action in the bottom of the 7th. Francisco Cervelli steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Gregory Polanco will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. And that's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hit on the ground to short. In time to first, and there are 2 away. John Jaso will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Hunter Pence will start things out when we come back. It's the Giants 9. Daniel Hudson will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. And there is Hunter Pence. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Time to jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 8 now. Jordy Mercer gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Jake Peavy will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Peavy sets. First pitch on the way. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Grounded back up the middle. Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
This late in the game, no sense in taking a chance trying to cut down that guy at the plate. So they'll be pretty happy just to trade the run for the out.
Andrew McCutchen comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Line drive to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Parker racing back at the track. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Felipe Rivero will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Christian Arroyo ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Hunter Pence will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
We'll move ahead in this one and pick up the action in the bottom of inning number 9.
Now batting,
Francisco Cervelli ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. Throw to first here is in time to record the final out, and the Giants have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
And you know, they put this one away fairly early. A big 4th inning was the turning point as they cruised home from there.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, 2 hits for him in the ballgame.